Hey everybody, and welcome back to ThreatX Reproductions, and today we're going to be taking a look at an article, and it's talking about Battlefield and how it's correct most of the time, but also really misleading. Okay, so here we have a article on best gaming tips, and it's a list of essential features missing from Battlefield 2042. So we're going to go through the list, and obviously I'm going to try to be as neutral as possible, but there definitely are some things on here that are just a bit questionable. So yeah, let's get right into it. If you're a longtime Battlefield player, you may have already noticed there are many features from older Battlefield's games that 2042 doesn't support. For example, there's no voice chat, no server browser, Redditors have compiled a list. So let's take a look at this. So core features missing from Battlefield 2042. No voice chat. Yeah, this one's pretty unforgivable because it's squad based. You know, Call of Duty coming out and not having voice chat, would it be annoying? Yeah, but you can't really say it's squad based, even though you do have teams. It's not the same thing as Battlefield. No scoreboards. This is one I actually didn't even realize until my friend pointed it out. So we're playing and he's like, hey, did you know you can't even see your score? And I'm like, yeah, you can. Look, you press start and then you go to squads and you can see everybody. He's like, yeah, but it doesn't tell you your scores. I'm like, nuh-uh. So I try it out myself and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that. So absolutely 100% true. No hardcore mode. This one is borderline misleading because there has been hardcore modes in the past, but I don't ever know if they've ever launched with Battlefield. Now, obviously, I didn't play a lot of V. That was kind of the time where I was just getting burnt out, and I played the beta for it, and it was just like, okay, yeah, this is just, yeah, I'm done. So I don't know if that's necessarily true. No XP gained from Portal. So on the one hand, this is something that I would like to see them fix in the future. But on the other hand, you already had a bunch of people online making map rotations where the bots only had 1 HP, and they literally call it XP farming. So there should be some type of a way for us to have a curated, someone from EA checks out the map, make sure there's nothing weird with it, or there could be an algorithm, and the algorithm could say basically if the bots have this many HP but the regular people don't have the same amount of HP, this is unfair, and so therefore you won't get XP gained from this particular game mode. But otherwise, I think some kind of an XP cap or something like that would be really nice. I mean, especially if we start getting battle passes like a normal, Battlefield, which we're obviously going to get that. It's part of the collector's edition. You get 4 battle passes and 4 characters or something like that. So we know we're going to get a battle pass. So being able to just play in Portal and have a good time would be nice to have some XP. No infantry focused maps. I didn't get this at first, but I think what it basically means is no deathmatch. And deathmatch basically takes a map, or a smaller portion of a map, and then uses that as a deathmatch map. So it's like, yeah, okay, I can see what you mean, but once again, maybe borderline misleading. No persistent lobbies. This is actually super annoying because you end a match, then you go and you see how many kills and everything like that, then you see your badges, and then really your only thing to do is to circle to quit. I'm on the PlayStation, obviously. So yeah, not a persistent lobby is bad, and one of the main reasons this is bad is because then you can end up getting the same map over and over and over again. There's one time we got discarded, I think, twice in a row, and it's like, I don't hate the map, but we had just played on it and we just got our butts kicked on it. So I didn't necessarily feel like playing on it again. So no global leaderboards. This is another thing where it's a multiplayer. So not having global leaderboards just seems weird. Not only that, but a lot of the things on here is just kind of basic stuff, like stuff they've had in Battlefields before, but also just it's the same engine. So even if it's an updated version of the engine, it's like it should be as easy. Like if you can carry stuff over from Portal, but you can't carry over global leaderboards, it just seems weird. No custom emblems. So this is one that's extremely borderline, because can you customize an emblem? No, not technically. But you can customize your title, which comes with its own emblem. You can customize your picture, and you can customize badges. So while it's not an emblem per se, you can customize a lot more, and the badges are more like, stamps of honor, like I killed these many tanks with a yada yada. So to say that there's no custom emblems, like, can I go on to a website, customize it so that there's a skull with a green mustache? No, I can't do that, but I can also customize other things. So like I said, borderline misleading. No commander. Now, I don't know for sure, because I didn't play a lot of V, but I did play a lot of 1. I don't remember there being a commander on that one, and I don't remember there being a commander on 5. Granted, that could be a console peasant's problem, but I do remember there being a commander on 4. So it's like, we haven't had the commander for a while, and so to kind of bring this up as a fact is maybe just like padding the list, because it's like, well, yeah, but we haven't had that for a while, so to say that that's missing, it's missing from way back in the day, so I don't know if that should or should not count. No spectator mode. I'm being honest, when has there been a spectator mode? When have I just been able to click on a lobby and just spectate things? I don't remember being able to do this. So down in the comments below, which games could you do a spectator mode in? Because obviously you can spectate who's killed you for a little bit and then it switches cameras, but I'm not sure what they're talking about here. I don't personally remember spectator modes. In my defense, my first real Battlefield was Battlefield 3. I played 3, 4, Hardline, 1, and just a little bit of V. So it's like, I might be missing something here, but I don't ever remember there being a spectator mode. No leaning, 100%. I liked the leaning. I liked being able to go up to like something like knee high, crouch down behind it, and then just kind of pop up, pew, so no leaning is bad. No rolling. I don't know what they're talking about. Unless this is a 1942 or a Battlefield 2 type thing. Oh, I also played the Bad Companies. And in from Bad Company 1 all the way up to current day, I don't remember there ever being rolling. So am I missing something? Was there some kind of feature in a game that like I just never utilized myself? I don't know, honestly. No crouch running. Here's another one where it's like, I don't remember crouch running. When you say no crouch running, when you say crouch running in general, I think of Fortnite and how you can crouch down and you can go a little bit faster while you're crouched. And I don't personally remember this in Battlefield. So once again, is this something older? If it's something older than like 3, 4, and 5 or V, I feel like it's not worth bringing up in the list, because I feel like you're padding the list at this point. If you're bringing stuff that hasn't been here since, let's say, 1942, it seems unfair to bring that up, because what you really should be bringing up is like, here's what the most recent Battlefields have had, and this one doesn't. I feel like that would be a more logical argument than just bringing up things that it doesn't has that the first one. It just seems a little misleading. No ammo or health pickup off of teammates. I do remember V, how you could like go up to somebody, hold square or something, and you could either get a health pack from them or you can give ammo to them. So I do remember that. And being a squad-based game, it would be nice to have that. No tank turret decoupling or tank zoom optics or options. So first off, There is tank zoom. So what are they talking about here? Are they talking about the optics? Like there's no thermal or nor like, because there's like the thermal and the something else, right? So it's like, is that what they meant to say, is no optics? Because you can zoom. If you're in third person and you click L3 on the PlayStation, you go into the tank, and then from there you can click L2 to zoom in. So saying there's no tank zoom options, unless they mean just more options, like I think they should have worded that differently. And tank decoupling, I think what they mean is that like if my tank turret is pointing this way and I'm moving that way. I haven't really noticed that. I guess I haven't tried that out, so I don't know if that's, misleading or not. So here we go. That was everything missing. Here is everything that's downgraded from Donate 42. So fewer destructible buildings. Destruction as you know it is gone. I wouldn't say gone because that's misleading. Once again, a lot of this probably could just be the way they're wording stuff. However, I will totally agree that I want to go back to Battlefield Bad Company 2. And Bad Company 2, you could destroy a building so much that it would collapse. And by collapsing, you can actually get kills that way. And I certainly miss being able to do that. So I will definitely say that destruction is not what it used to be. And so that's a very good point. But once again, maybe just the way it was worded, saying that it's gone, which, as you know it, well, I know that I can pop a hole in the side of a building, and you can still do that on certain buildings. So only 2 game modes available. Right about here is where I was reading it off screen, and I decided to go, okay, I need to do a video about this because they're just being really misleading. By saying there are only 2 game modes, this is really misleading because technically, is there 2 like core game modes? Yes, there is Conquest and Breakthrough. So technically, yes, but there also is Hazard Zone. That is a separate game mode. So why are you not counting that? Not only that, but there is Portal, and within Portal you have Rush, you have Team Deathmatch, you have all these. So if we're just talking about Battlefield 2042 and we don't even bring up Portal, they're still just being misleading by not saying that there are 3 game modes. So yeah, no discernible difference between operators. This one bugged me because it's like no discernible difference, and I'm like, hold on, does discernible not mean what I think it means? And here we go. Discernible, able to be discerned, perceivable or perceptible. So yeah, it means what I thought it means, which is that there's no perceivable difference between operators, and this is 100% false. Each operator not only looks different and has a different nationality, but then they have a different active ability, they have a different passive ability, and they usually have a different like gear or something like that. So to say that there's no discernible difference between operators is 100% misleading. And honestly, after reading this part, I'm just like, I have to do a video because it's like some people who haven't played 2042, but they hear about maybe how bad it is, will go to an article and read it. And if they read all this stuff, they might go, oh, well, that's the thing that I just, I'm going to lay my hat on, and no, I'm not. And that's not okay. Like, there's just some things that just aren't true. So I feel like you should, if you're not gonna buy the game because you think it's crappy, you should not buy the game because you think it's crappy for the right reasons. You shouldn't be misled by articles, and so that's kind of why I'm making this video. So fewer in-game assignments. I'm not sure what this means. I'm not sure if these are like in-game achievements or I'm not really sure, so I'm just gonna go past it. Fewer character customization options. Once again, is this talking about their outfits? Because each character can have like 4 or 5 skins already, and that's without the stupid, skin store that they're most likely going to put up in the future. So it's like fewer character customization options. I'm not sure what that means. So let's just move on. Fewer guns? Yeah, fewer guns. Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that. All I could say is the caveat that there are a bunch of guns in Portal, but if you don't play Portal, then I could understand that, yeah, in Battlefield 2042, the actual game itself, not the side, game mode, yeah, there are fewer guns. So, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Only one anti-tank launcher. Why does that matter? I mean, I feel like maybe in the past we've had 2 in a game, and then a stinger or something like that. So it's like, why does it matter? There's only one, probably because they're just trying to have, I don't know. It's just weird. Fewer vehicle types. Maybe, I guess there's not a motorcycle. No, there is a motorcycle. So maybe I'm just going to move on from that one because I'm just not sure. Missing teamwork features in Battlefield 2042. So no special squad call-in abilities. So I think what they mean by this is that in the squad in, I think, 3 and 4, by following orders, you would have this little bar at the bottom that would fill up, and then the better your squad was doing, you'd get little buffs or whatever. So I think that's what they're talking about, but it also says call in abilities. So yeah, I guess are we talking about like the UAV for the commander, or not really sure. No squad field upgrades. So that's what they were talking about, what I was just talking about, which is you follow orders and that slowly fills up the bar. So yeah, that's one thing that incentivizes being a good squad versus incentivizing being a lone wolf. So that not being in there, I can agree that it's just dumb to have less to do when it's on the same freaking engine. Like, fewer factions, I don't really know why that matters. You have the good guys and the bad guys. Why does it matter how many factions there are? Like, unless it's some like weird Destiny thing where you're part of a faction and by playing game modes you're putting experience into a faction. Unless it was something like that, maybe then it would matter that there are a few factions, but who the fuck cares? There's good guys and bad guys. Simple as that. I don't know why there has to be more factions. No cross-team chat. Once again, why is that a bad thing? Like, all I think about is the one Battlefield Friends episode where the doc tries to go in the team chat and then his head blows up because of how loud they're being. And it's like, yeah, why would you want cross-team chat? Like, no. No team changing. I mean, that just seems like a balancing thing. Like, that seems like they don't want people to just swap teams just for the heck of it. No create new squad option. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Kind of freaking dumb. Like, the fact that I have to auto be put into a squad or not. Yeah, so I can agree with that. No view of squad mates while in the spawn screen. So I think that was something in 4 where, like, you could kind of see their first person mode, and who the fuck knows. It's the next generation. The fact that I can't just get more of that kind of stuff, I'll admit, is kind of stupid. No medic incoming indicator in a down space. Yes, this is 100% true, because the other thing that's annoying is that sometimes you can't even see your squad. Like, sometimes they'll be outlined in green, and then sometimes they just fucking won't. So that's really annoying. But just being able to know whether or not even a medic is, okay, I see a medic and he's 50 feet away. Okay, now he's 40. Okay, I think he's coming towards me. Sometimes they end up walking over you anyways, and it's fucking annoying. But just knowing whether or not somebody is on their way would be very nice. No rank names, icons, just a number. Once again, very, very misleading, because you have plenty of things to determine your rank. You have, the badges and everything. Like, there are certain badges and names that you can only get by ranking up. So to say that there's no rank names or icons is extremely misleading. So then it's saying upcoming features. Yeah, I'm not really gonna. So this whole article, Best Gaming Tips, is just, it's full of a lot of misleading things. Now, right at the beginning, they say something, Redditors have compiled a list of essential features missing. It's nice that they say Redditors rather than like actually giving the people credit. So I'm going to give the people credit right now. Posted by u/JellysWim 2042 make me big sad. Nice. Good for you. And this originally seems to have come from a thing, and it's called Fuck It. Here's a list of absolutely everything either removed or downgraded from previous game. Fewer standardized game modes. Now, this is what I'm talking about misleading on this article. This one said specifically only 2, whereas this one is worded correctly. This one says fewer standardized game mode. Can't even play a team deathmatch or small skill modes without relying on community servers. Really? Yes, absolutely. I would have agreed with this list if they would have just worded certain things differently. So, I mean, this one's a lot more accurate, and they definitely do a better job at wording stuff. I'm not going to keep going. I think you get the idea. I definitely think whoever did this article, Mr. Mark Schutz, sorry, that was horrible. I'm very, very sorry. But anyways, whoever did this took the basic ideas from this Reddit post and kind of copied it and pasted it, but then he changed the wording on some of them that once again just made him very misleading. So I don't know. This is just me bullshitting. I liked Battlefield 2042. You might have noticed the past tense in that. And that's because ever since it launched, I did its preview week, and somehow the preview week was better than the than when it launched, which obviously you're going to have more people at launch, because if they didn't get the pre-order, they just bought the regular thing. They didn't get the week for free. But as soon as the general public came into it, it's like, wow, things here's a really common bug, which is your loadout not showing up. I got that bug, but I got it way more often when the game officially released. So I got bugs way more often. And so I liked it, but now I'm definitely wondering if I should just give it a little bit more time. They've already been talking about how there's going to be updates coming on I think the 30th or something. So I might just wait, enjoy Thanksgiving, and then get back into it. But hey, what do you guys think about it? Have you played it? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you put up with the bullshit, or are you going to be like me and you're going to give it some time? Let me know down in the comments below. I have been Nick, and you guys have a good day. Oh, won't you rub your fingers